Bill, what's going on, bro?
Yes, bro, you right?
Yeah, you're working hard in the studio, yeah?
Well, I finished my album, so I should have nothing to do. But I am. There's a lot of music in the computer, and you got to sell it. So I'm trying to figure out the correct ways to sell it. Well, go on.
Yeah, man, listen, let's start this properly and let me just introduce this. So right now, it's a Godfather 3 special. You've got the
Yes.
KOG, aka the Godfather in the building.
Yep, well, go on.
We still call you that, the KOG.
Mate, you know, seems like, I know there's people who are doing grime, but like the main hitters, obviously you do music, you go on, you do whatever you're going to do. But at the moment, right, in the scheme of like the system of where people release music, it seems like this is the only grime album here right now, which is mad.
What do you mean?
Footsie's here. I don't mean Footsie. I don't mean Footsie.
Yeah, and what about Jamie as well?
No, not them, because they're my mates. I don't mean like, because what I mean is usually the music I'll be selling would be like varied. So I mean like in my path. Obviously they do grime. They've been kept their integrity already. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just mean in the city. You see, like manager, lawyer, label, like that system. This is the only grime album full on. And Stormzy would have done the last one. What was his first one?
What was the first one?
Yeah, because even what I mean as well, because Godfather 2 wasn't for me.
Who was that for then? Who was that for then?
Godfather 2 was for me, but it wasn't full grime.
Yeah.
Godfather 1 was full grime. So like, right now, for me, this is a full grime moment.
Why did you decide to do a full grime moment? Because obviously last year you come off the back of Bosie, Gavinci Bag, like people was thought like you might go that way with the album.
I wanted to, but the thing is that when you're a black artist, you feel like you can make any urban music. But then you go into your territory and you do that and it doesn't work for everybody. So then you have to regroup and understand where you're living and who you're selling to.
Yeah.
And so that's part of the realization. So for me, I had to sit down and say to myself, you know what, mate? You've done a Rolex, you've done this, you've done that, you've been in garage, you've been in jungle, you've done all sorts of stuff. But the main thing that you need to leave this game on is the fact that you was there from the moment when garage into grime, the pioneering there, where Heartless Crew was on the radio, So Solid. Yeah. Right, so I don't want to pioneer into nowhere else's genre. I need to stay here, which means I need to end it here. If I try and ended it on like something that, like my country, like say if I ended it on Wiley featuring Nicki Minaj, Wiley featuring Future, my country don't see me as that. They see me as Wiley featuring Devlin, Wiley featuring, and that's what they want from me.
Yeah.
And if I try anything else, they might like it, might not, but that's not really what they want from me. So I have to understand, I've got all music, but I need to sell the right one that identifies with me, that they actually look at me and say, right, that's what it says on the tin.
So what do you mean the last one? What is this? What, are you retiring? Is this your last album?
The last Godfather album, because was I going to do Godfather 4, in 4 years' time, 5 years' time, when I was 45? When my daughter is in a rave, 21, and there's a new genre, or not new genre, drill is doing this thing, but my daughter made a beat for her brethren, and they're in a rave. Am I going to do Godfather 4 then? You know what I mean?
So do you reckon grime now is like a nostalgic thing, is a sound of the past?
No, it's not. Grime is a 20-year-old genre that will one day be 40 and 50, but I just won't be there. I won't be the kid on the front, will I? Have you
got faith in the people that are doing it now, that you'll be leaving it behind?
I've got faith in myself to drop an album and people listen to it and understand what I've done.
Okay,
I've got faith. Go on.
What about when you're not dropping music though, and like, I don't know, the younger generation?
That's why this Godfather 3 is going to be a staple, so people do understand. Because the thing is, systems and buildings and radio stations and all people who are connected will always try and control the narrative of what the DJs on the station like and want to play from the boss downwards. So I understand that because I'm from a pirate radio, so I understand that. So for me, understanding that fact, I now know what to do myself actually when I'm selling music.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like I just said a minute ago, am I going to wait 4 years' time till my daughter is old and there's a new genre? Or do I learn from the 20 years that we did now, drop this album and help any generation of people who ever want to do it for the next however many years, get on and do their thing properly? I'm the businessman now. I've done all the other stuff. You get me? I'm the businessman. So now I sign the people. I'll make the money. Because basically, they'll make money. Not that they won't, but I just mean the boss of the company makes different money from the friggin' employers.
I get ya.
So that's where I'm heading.
So what we're saying, obviously, let's go back to the start of grime. So there's been a lot of stuff, people saying, I don't know, there was different people that, I don't know, maybe you wasn't the one who pushed the grime sound the most on.
Mate, by now, it don't matter. Heartless Crew, Neutrino and Oxide.
Yep.
The whole garage scene.
Yep.
You know, it's MC Creed. The thing is that I am older, and so I understand now. Some people haven't lived as long as me, so they wouldn't. So I couldn't stand up here now today to you and be like, I was all on my own, and I started grime, and there was nobody there. Like, I'm not going to do that because that is ridiculous. What I will do is mind my own business. And when you listen to the music that's there in the history of grime, you'll hear who was there, who weren't there, who's there, and because I don't want to argue with anyone because I didn't say I started it on my own anyway.
Exactly, that's what people think that you did say.
Listen, I'm a junglist, so tell me, you know what I mean? I'm a DJ Brocky fan, so tell me where I came from, you know what I mean? I'm a reggae. I'm a reggae bashment. It's waste of time. Like, I you know what? Remember when you was young and people used to say, "There's nothing new under the sun." I used to think, "What do you mean, bruv? There is, because I'm here, bruv." No, sit down. There is nothing new under the sun.
All right. So, but see, back then, did you know like what was happening? See, like from garage to grime. What do you remember?
I remember Heartless Crew. Listen to them on the radio. I remember listening to Oxide and Neutrino. Can everyone stop getting shot? Yeah. I remember listening to like every single garage MC before that. So you get me? But then I remember Rap This. I remember Maxwell D, Serious. Yeah. I remember
Attribute.
I know what came before me, mate. And I know what will come after me because this here now, drill and that. And I know like had to do music business. So, you know what I mean? For me, listen, an artist would keep going, mate, till their legs fell off. But the truth is, you do have to understand, like, you can't be the boss of a company and the person you're signing. Like, Birdman is Birdman, Lil Wayne's Lil Wayne. Like, Lil Wayne is Lil Wayne. Like, obviously now he could cross over or he's done the Young Money stuff, so he's bossed up. But, like, Lil Wayne couldn't be Birdman at the same time he was trying to be Lil Wayne. Do you understand? Okay. Yeah. This.
So what you're saying now, you wanna have the label and
I'm gonna boss up because not enough of us have, or not enough, and we should, and there's enough of us to boss up, and you know what I mean? Other people have bossed up who you might not have expected, and they've done good jobs, but Wiley, Lethal, blah, 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 it's boss up time.
You feel that's what the problem is? There needs to be a proper infrastructure, so like people and business.
Well, yeah, even though it wasn't set up for it to be like, hey, lads, there's an infrastructure. Because the truth is, we had an infrastructure in the first place before any one of us signed a record deal.
What was that?
When you've got a scene and we was doing grime on that roof before record deals, mate. On that Deja Vu roof, Dizzy, Titch, there wasn't no record deal. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is we had an infrastructure via pirate radio. We lose it. You lose your DIY when you sign a record deal because now there's loads of people doing it for you and you start getting cozy and now you just want to rock up in your
Apart
new
from the money
tracksuit.
that you get, do you regret like signing deals? As many deals?
No, I don't, because that was music business, and signing deals for 20 years or however long I did it on and off helped me to learn what music business is and was.
Okay.
And if you ask a lot of those companies, they'll tell you there's times that I made them money and there's times that they might not have. But there's times that they've made money, mate. Because remember, back in the day, if you sign a record deal and you're getting 17% and they're getting 83%, I just think that's divvying up.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. So yeah, back to the infrastructure then. So you're saying we had one, obviously. We
had one. We did. We was young, and we didn't know properly that we had it, but we had it already. I was already in a pressing plant, pressing up records, selling them. I was already rocking, mate, before streaming. I was already there. I know time evolves and stuff, and different things come in, and different generations. You know, we've got Deliveroo. I get it. Like, in terms of apps now and, you know, whatever, boom, delivering food, you could get stuff delivered to. So I get it, this generation. But I just mean, like, if I be honest with you, mate, I was already a fucking don. If I go to the pressing plant with my money and press up my thing and drive it around all the shops around the country and sell it and come back and collect money, that means I was a fucking, what was I?
Yeah, I remember that someone saying.
Right, I remember.
How many white labels did you sell of Eskimo?
Right, I don't even see. That's the point. Nah, it's mad because I cannot remember. But I'll tell you something, mate. I had bare pound coins in my pocket, bare fivers, bare tenors, bare scores, 50s, and I was rocking. So you tell me, mate. And that's what I'm saying. When you sign a record deal, they just give you a lump of money instead of, and I get it, it's fine, but it's just, like, I don't hate no labels or nothing. It's just a learning curve. It's a learning curve, and, you know, everybody's allowed to have their time to go in, sign, learn, and figure stuff out. Some people figure it out before they have to go and learn, you know. I'm sure Santan Dave and a few of these are in smart deals, you know?
So what was I going to say? So in this day and age, yeah, so if a youngster's going to sign a record deal, would you advise that? Like one of our grandmas.
You know what I'm going to do to that question? I'm going to mind my own business. Because I'm going to... Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, someone rang me. I'm going to mind my own business. You know why?
No, I'm asking you because you've been there and done that, and it's sometimes...
I have. But someone keeps ringing me, man. Fuck them off. Listen, the reason why I'm not going to answer that question is because someone else on the opposite side of that question will say, "No, Wiley, man. See, that's what I'm saying. Stop hating, man. Let the youngers go and earn their money."
No, do you know what?
That's what. No. Wait. They will say that if I say something that's trying to help the youngers.
Right.
So sometimes I got to be quiet. And do you know why you got to be quiet? Because at some stage of all humans' lives, as you go from teenager and you grow, you want to be your own person, and you don't know and telling you nothing. And there is one day in my life where I had to decide, you know what? I'm not listening to no one. I'm just going to do this. And I've done it.
When was that?
That was probably where I was you know what? I was working for my dad in a bakery. I had enough. I knew that I just didn't want to do that. I told him, listen, I need to go. I want to do music. He probably thought, bro, that's a mad job. I don't know if you're going to be able to pull that off because it's not a normal job. But the rest is history, mate. You know what I mean?
And look where you are now.
Well, yeah. And that's why. And like a lot of in my genre, it was like, in grime and garage and stuff, these genres jungle, they helped a lot of people who maybe had nowhere else or nothing else, you know, like nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. It gave us something to, be a part of. Rinse FM, Deja Vu, blah, blah, blah. Like, it helped us to become like this, to have this mind, to know that, okay, you know, like, you know both sides of the overground and underground. So now at this age, you should use all of what you've learned to help other people go where they want to go.
So are you proud of where grime is right now then? Like 20 years?
I am, you know why? Because if everybody likes everything else, yeah? Like, remember what H said the other day? H said,
popular with the youngsters.
He said, I swear down, nobody 18 or da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, I understand. Yeah. So if that's the actual case, yeah, that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna, I like H, I'm not gonna,
Yeah.
If that's the case, and no one's listening to grime and that, and no one cares, if I drop this album and people like it, that helps me to understand that, okay, now what they said might not actually, that's what they said and thought, but that might not be the case. And also, if hip hop stopped after 20 years, it wouldn't be here today. So if 99% of England said, fuck grime, fuck that genre off after 20 years, I wouldn't listen to them anyway. I'm not like one of the other genres, you know, who bow down. I would do this genre all by myself.
Now, I think what people are trying to maybe get at that is,
Go on.
what if the argument is, okay, well, grime could get to like how garage and D&B is right now, where it's basically no new talent, it's just the same faces.
No, that's not going to happen. No, I don't think that. I think they have new talent, don't they?
I don't know.
They're amongst the old as well.
It's not much though.
Yeah, okay, but that's not going to happen. I just said, imagine if hip hop stopped after 20 years. The thing that you lot don't understand is, me and all my mates, what we've done in the last 20 years, we are the hip hop that this country should see. We're just not called hip hop, we're grime. And delete me off this earth. Still got Kano and that. Delete me off this earth. Still got Dizzy and that. Delete me off this earth. You have still got Skepta. You could go to who you've still got. So it's not about me either. It's just about me and everybody and my mates who did music in the last 20 years. We are it. That's the whole thing. The drill kids are what they are.
Yeah.
The funky house people are what they are. Like, whether they stopped or not, that's not, you know, like, we are what we are. Like, once you establish and you are that and you live and die that, you're it, mate.
So
it can't die.
We're not going to die.
The only reason grime dies is if every single person from Kano, Wiley to Skepta to everyone, Stormzy, dies. We're all dead. Then it's dead. Then there's no one.
How do we entice like the younger people to get involved in grime more?
You don't have to do anything. You just chill. I'll drop this Godfather free. Footsy's album's there. Other people's albums will be there. The good thing about my album is I'm always trying to present new people to the world. Have a listen to these lot. See if you like them. You know what I mean? I am like down the fruit stall, down the market. So that's the good thing about me. So whenever I'm doing an album like that, it will birth people. Anyway, not that they wasn't there or they wasn't doing their thing.
Make people aware that wasn't aware before.
Understandable. So that's why I like the Godfather 3, because it's not just about me. It's about me working with a batch of people who do care about grime, or some of them loved grime and didn't get the love before and they felt like they should have. And so I've said to myself, you know what? I can't do that album that is Wiley featuring Skepta, Wiley featuring Dizzy, I can't do that album. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this album like I always do. Let me present some people to the world who may...
Diesel, and like I've seen you've been getting loads of people. Like, for instance, who have you got on the album like, that people that might not know? Like, what new...
on the album, you know what it is? Anyone younger than me will probably know some of them. You get me? But obviously, I've got like... I made sure that I covered like West London, North London, South London, East. I made sure I had songs that was going up to like up north, Birmingham, thingy. I got producers from all around England. So I tried to make it like a thing. So it's not all just me. And if someone heard like a beat on there and it was produced by Thomas Mellor from Birmingham, they might say, oh shit, I like that beat. Let me hit up Thomas Mellor. And that's what I do. I've been doing that for time and people don't give me the credit for it enough, I don't think. And I've never said that before, ever, but it's the truth. You know, I that's what I do. And I feel like people in this country, in the industry, get paid to do what I do. And they still do free. And they do a good job, and I'm doing it for free. Yeah. So it's obviously my choice, but yeah, mate, you know, it's that type of thing.
You know, that is a thing, because obviously for your whole career, I wouldn't say you've carried people, but you've maybe... No,
but like worked with to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes, worked with to go somewhere. Or by the time I made my name, help someone, show someone, take someone to the radio or stage so that people can see them and get to like them and love them. It's like it's presenting people.
Yeah. And that's something you want to carry on doing as well. Like you feel
that's
like
what I want to do.
In you, innit?
Yeah, I want to do it. Not like I don't want to copy DJ Khaled, but basically I could pull off a Wiley Presents. I could put stuff together, put people together. It doesn't always have to be me standing on the front line giving it's Wiley and it doesn't, man. I've done this for a very long time. I can do other things now, I believe. My age grants me to.
Yeah. That's good, man. So I remember someone saying, like, there's even things you've done, like, for Rustwood, where you paid for the whole of Guns N' Roses and stuff like that.
Good. They're my brothers, man. I got love for them. And I would have done that for any one of my brothers in Bow growing up, or brothers or sisters who wanted to do music. The good thing is, what you put in is what you get out of it. And that's why you mustn't give to receive.
100%. So tell us, who's on the Godfather 3?
On the Godfather 3, I got Jams on there. I got Reels on there. I got DWE, Flirta D, like Footsie. I got J2K.
Oh, yeah.
I got some kids from South, kids from West. I know that one's a long list. I got this girl singer who works with Rhymes. You'll see. It's what it is. It's a learning one. Like if you send me your email, I'll send it to you, and the names will be there for you to see, and you will listen and learn. Because, like I said, it's not that one that I like. Godfather 3, truthfully speaking, I would have loved to done Wiley featuring Lethal B, Negan, Ozzy, Wiley featuring More Fire. I'd like to have gone back to the original, like Wiley featuring Nasty Crew, Wiley. You know what I'm trying to say? But
shouldn't your last album maybe be that, like going back to the?
It should. But you know what? It's not going to be. My last footsteps will be. You know why? Because I will ring Marcus Nasty. I will ring Diesel. I will ring all the people of the peoples. Like all the crews. I will ring the Meridian. Obviously Skepta up, but I know what you say. I will ring all people who are still here from Deja and Rinse. And we will have that conversation on, not that it's my album, but that we are going to do that scene-wise so that the kids have got something going on that they can walk into. You get me? The people who choose to do that. Because the good thing is, in England, the kids have got a choice today.
And you say what? Like, you lot didn't have a choice?
Well, we did have a choice, but we did. But I mean, they've got... What I mean by that is, today, a kid can do grime, drill, funky, garage. Like, a kid can do whatever's come before. A kid, 17, can say, fuck all of you lot, mate. Give me a jungle beat, and I'm getting on that jungle beat. And then he could get a vocalist on the hook. It could go off, Chase and Status project, and it's gone. Like, a kid has got a lot of choice to do what England has, like what's happened in England before.
I get you.
Yeah, and in the world, but like a kid can go back, listen to Wookie, chop him up, sample him up, and then bust a 2020 Wookie.
A lot of people are doing that now as well.
I bet they are, mate. See, you know what I mean?
Oh, you've been making trick beats again as well.
I have, but I've been making beats again because I know that make a beat, spit on it. Imagine other people spitting on it. Then someone somewhere is going to spit on it. Then they're going to spit on it. Then when someone fucks it up, they'll bring it to life.
Yeah.
Beats can be brought to life. Like, I'm not the only person. Like, if I made a beat, I might not be the person who can bring it to life. It might be Ten Dixon on a set with Jack Bat and Jams, and then they bring it to life, and then everyone wants to spit on this beat now. And then, like, I just want to do what a genre does. I don't want to do what the industry and the charts and all that does. I don't. I just want to do what was my scene doing before. Okay, it was radio pirate. Okay, that was then. Okay, right, how can we do this today? Okay, we could put songs on YouTube. Yeah, boom, boom. Sell them on thingy. Yeah, boom, boom. But the running of the scene, the radio sets, like I'm on the roof MCing with that man and that man and that man, and we're MCing. That can still occur. There's no reason why that cannot occur. And that's my favourite part of it. My favourite part is not number ones. And and mobos and that. And it's not the money. Money's a liar. I don't have to explain that to you. I can't bother, but it's just, money's a shithead sometimes. Like, sometimes you look at some money, you think, yeah, but then that money was the wrong money for you. Don't have to tell you that. Don't have to explain, but it's just...
Yeah, that's a deeper conversation that we might...
You know what I'm saying, innit? But yeah, not all...
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So good. So the best bit is the natural bit. Decks, mic, you know, like bars and that. That's the most natural bit. And that's the bit that I enjoyed most.
How was it? Like, obviously you still do radio, like you've been to Rinse, you've been to Pyro.
I have. We was going to do it properly, you know, from January the 1st and start doing it properly. But obviously we've had the corona.
Yeah. And
we've had the frigging everything. Now we've got the Black Lives Matter, the George Floyd situation. There's a lot going on. And obviously my condolences out to that George Floyd, to all the family and stuff. And basically it's not a very good time to release music, which is why you either release it and just carry on your life, or the setting up a song to try and chart, or setting up album to chart. Really, the song that's going to chart is going to be some Lewis Capaldi song. I like Lewis Capaldi, I'm just saying. It's going to be something big. It's not going to be, you know, it's not even going to be Mr. Potato Head this time. It's going to be something else. You get me? So that's why you either got to, like, for me, I just want to drop my album. I wanted to do it on May the 29th. I want to drop it because I realised the message that I've been trying to push, or sometimes you see me moaning, or I'm moaning at Ed Sheeran because I clocked we're not allowed to use him, but he can use us. A lot of all of what I was saying is part of this whole worldwide agenda that everyone can see now anyway. And
what everyone's talking up about, yeah.
Exactly. So it's
mad. When everyone thought you was mad, now people realise what you're talking about.
They do. But the thing is though, you know what it is? It's hard to explain yourself. Just tweeting it off a whim. Like,
exactly. You need to do videos. You need to face-to-face conversation.
Properly, yeah. Because if I tweeted the other day because I see a thing say Blackout Tuesday, and then I thought, okay, what is that? And then I looked. I thought, okay, I see where it was kind of headed. And I thought, you know what? It's the system that's given out that idea.
Well, where did that come from? Where did that originally...
Well, it come from, someone said 2 girls set it up and blah, blah, blah. But I can guarantee you that if any corporate thingy posts something or they're going in that direction, they're doing it for a narrative, right? So for me, the policeman, you done wrong, George Floyd. That's where my head was at, just there. And I know America's a mad place, and I know America's not England, and I know we've had stuff going in England. I just feel America's a bit more amplified, right? Because guns are legal, right? So my thing was, I felt that music industry powers in America was trying to push that agenda to make us forget what's really going on. Get me?
A few people have said that.
With the George Floyd. Maybe I was too fast, but I just felt that way. But now I get it. I saw another thingy saying what it will. Listen, Blackout Tuesday was a thing like, don't spend, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. And this will amount to 10, whatever, large amount of money that they don't earn on this day. So if that's the case, one day is not enough, mate, if you want to do that. If you want to piss off corpse, what's one day going to do? We need weeks and months then if we're feeling that way. You know what it is? You can't go halfway. We've got to go all the way, or... Because when you go away, when you go all the way, you will lose friends. And this is not a joke.
Yeah, do you feel like that was a cover-up? Okay, we'll just do one day and then that's it, like pretend that we all care or whatever.
Well, yeah, obviously the protesters and the real people on the floor and not
we're talking about the blackout thing.
Yeah, not the music industry thing.
Yeah.
That's a serious thing. That's a whole different thing, that protesting and looting, that's a next thing. So I understand that. I'm just saying, but from the music industry's point of view, it's like, mate, the root of all of this shit anyway, like one Blackout Tuesday, okay, they're not going to earn much. No, it's like everything is an agenda and a business, mate. You know, racism is a business. It was once a business 60, 70, 80 years ago in Australia. If you see an Aboriginal, you're allowed to shoot them. If an Aboriginal's on your land on there, you're allowed to shoot them. There's the root of the police force in America, I'm sure, after all the knowledge I've picked up, is like Ku Klux Klan and not nice people, lynching and da-da-da-da-da. So it's very deep rooted. And if you want to go there, you've got to fully go there. It's not an overnight thing.
Like you're saying, you've got to go all the way and you will lose people on the way.
But when you go all the way, you'll start to realise and learn things, and then you'll say, oh my God. And then that's why I said you'll lose friends, because if you go fully, you'll realise, bruv, no one's really our friend. There's no point pointing at one race or that race. You'll realise no one's really our friend, and each race loves their own people, which means every race loves their own people.
Obviously, you're going to favour your own race, so...
Right, so
you can't
naturally... Yeah, so it's one of them ones. Again, releasing music in these kind of times, a bit weird, but again, you've got to either do it or you don't do it.
Or you don't do it, yeah.
Yeah, you wait until... And that's what I'm saying. It's a weird one. So what I want to do is I want to just get this Godfather 3 out, go and do what I've got to do, because I'm a parent too, and I need, I don't want to sit out here like, oh yeah, I'm 20 and I've got all day. No, and I just want to get this music off, and then I'll help other people do what they've got to do. So
the music you're recording now, like obviously your album's done, like what you doing with it? Is it just like for personal use, for you to just bust on your iPod?
I've got my little crew, Bosie Gang, and we do the music on that same lines as Dancehall Bashment.
Oh, is that Rico in that lot?
Yeah, but I've got the younger ones, because obviously me and Rico, we're the olders and that, but I mean, it's all about the next generation.
Oh, who's in the younger crew then? Who's in
the Bosie Gang? Oh, bruv, in the Bosie Gang, I've been working lately with a brother called Chucky Hype, a brother called EJ, a brother called Little J. He was on that chorus. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. A brother called Coolin. He's sick. If you type in Coolin after me, you'll hear some tune. What he's done, he's cold. He produces and he sings. He's cold. So him, Rico, obviously God's gift, always with me anyway when it's Dancehall Bashment. Flowdan, he's been making some sick rhythms. He's got a good artist. So I realised when I did Bosie, let me shine the light on my real people whose really music this is. You get me? Like even down to the beat. Like you get me? I know how to share with my people. That's what that Bosie is all about.
There's that tune you've done. It's called Fireman. Who made that?
Same guy as the producer from Bosie. The producer from Bosie was my mate Mucky in the Netherlands.
Oh, Mucky, yeah.
Yeah, so he done Fireman. Then Morpheus done the next one, Slide to My... I made about 8 of them tunes, because I was trying to go on a roll, mate. But then, know what they did? Took Bosie, pushed the hell out of it, said, fuck that, mate. We ain't letting him have another one. Push him out. And I get it, mate. You don't want me to rock.
Did they even want you in the first place?
No, they didn't. But you see what? Idris Elba kicked down 2 doors with Stefflon and Sean Paul, and they couldn't stop me. And that was it, mate. And we're rocking. And the truth is, if I didn't have the remix, we wouldn't have got there. So I'm thankful that Idris done the remix and they bust up the place. I'm just thankful because I can go on and do what I want to do. And you know what I mean? I had an album of them tunes, mate. I would have been rocking, I promise you. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm not going to moan. I'm just going to take... No, I'm going to take my earnings and go and live my life and help people get to where they want to get, because I've had a long time and I'm not greedy. As you can see, this whole time, what I've been doing, helping and doing shit anyway. I'm not greedy.
You know what? I know. Because you don't talk about it personally. Obviously, I know what you helped. Because you don't, maybe when people interview you, they don't want to talk about that. They want to talk about other stuff.
Yeah, they want to get me, don't they, all the time?
They want to get you. You know what I'm saying?
They do. It's all good, though, because you know why? There's a bit of fun in a healthy interview where listen, everyone, if you do music and you've said something and someone wants to ask you a question about it, they're allowed. I'm not going to say if you said to me, but you said this on Twitter, we'll talk about it. I'm not going to run away from it. You know what I mean? I'll say if I was right, if I was in the wrong, I was in the wrong. And you got to keep it moving because you can't always be right. You can be smart, wise, all the rest of it, but you can still be wrong.
So, so out of all the clashes you've had, yeah, like from the start to the recent, who's been the one where it's been your hardest opponent?
Dirty Dugs.
Oh, I think you said this before, actually.
Dirty Dugs is the best
Commander
MC.
B,
I'll tell you the truth. Dirty Dugs is the best MC of my generation that nobody gives this title to.
Yeah.
And that every single MC except me is scared of.
Will not go near him.
Every single MC except me is scared of Dirty Dugs. Am I lying? I'm not even saying that to act flash. I'm not a bad man. He's sick. I'm just saying. I have never... Have you ever heard someone call him out?
Bro.
Except for me.
I'm trying to think.
You ain't heard, mate.
I ain't.
Nobody would dare because they were scared. That's why I clashed him, because everyone was scared. I knew that, I can get better here by clashing. Obviously, Dizzy was doing the titch thing. Yeah. It was making sense, you know what I mean? But Dirty Dugs is the greatest MC of my generation. Like a football player who was sick. He was the best one, but he never made it to potential. 2018 playing for the England team or whatever. You know what I mean?
You've said it live, and I'm glad that you said that, because you know what it is.
It's just the truth. Someone else might say someone else who they like Devlin. Might be a person's preference to who their favourite MC. So they'll say, your hardest clash was Sharky Major, but if it was a Sharky fan, or someone else will say something else. But I'm just saying. I know some people would say Dot. Yeah, but not Dot. Dot was more like he was a younger person than me, and he wanted me to take him in and do music and that, and it didn't go that way, which helped him to become Dot, because I'm sure everyone loves the bars that he's always had for me.
But you was helping him out at the start.
I was, but you know what it is? It's you know what it is? Miscommunication, communication. London, buses, bikes, trains, cars, timing. I'm Wiley, trying to drive everyone to bookings from here to there to everywhere. Sorry, Dizzy. I was doing a lot of things. I do. I wake up and I fill my plate full of stuff, and that's maybe a problem or maybe a not. So that's why Dot just became not a victim. He became a person who I didn't get to connect with properly, that I have later on connected with in a better way than we did then.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Man. Do you reckon you and Stormzy will ever clash, like, on Pirate Radio, or like, obviously I know you want to do it at the O2 or that, like...
No, you know what it is? The O2, the truth is, that's why I said to you earlier, I'm going back to what the real thing was. Because I've done all this shit, I know who the bastards are, I know who the fucking robbers and thieves are, so I don't have to, if I don't want to, I don't have to go to that office with the robbers and the thieves, because guess what? On the street, it could be wicked in our day. You know, it's wicked on the street. Yeah. Go in that office, mate, it's wicked in there, mate. It's just silent, quiet, envelope and briefcase. Yes. Otherwise, it's fucked as well. So I'm better, and I feel happier on the street, mate. In hood, off hood, at hood. I'll stand in the hood and smile and know that some lawyer ain't ripping me off, mate. You know what I mean? Real talk.
Boy, so when's Godfather 3 coming out?
I tried to get it up today. I tried to do it May 29th. We said all sorts of dates. I reckon Monday it'll come. This Monday now. Because I spoke to him this morning. I was like, just get it out, man. Because they was trying to do like a single, going into this and that. I was like, listen, the world is going through something, and all this special, sexy setting up single, it ain't gonna happen, mate. You know. And I had a single on there. I had a song on there. I had a Rico sample, like "Kill All of Them," and it's just not the right. You get me, but it's just not all. It's not the time, is it, man? Kill all of them. It's not the time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying. I just want to do the right thing. Just drop the album on Monday. Let the grime fans have a listen, and let some kids who are gonna go and decide to do it for the next 20 years have a listen, and let me move on, mate. You've been holding me up for 2 years because of that bossy.
Oh, so you wanted to release this earlier?
Mate, I was doing this November 2018. Then he's done the remix of the Bosie, and then I've been put on the back burner. But everyone's like, Wiley, you ain't. It's them, mate. Fucking back, Wiley.
So when you say on Twitter you want to drop your album at this time, so people understand, yeah. When you say, all right, cool, 28th of May, it's not actually you in your head want to do that, but your people were like, no, all right, cool.
Well, because I'm independent and it's mine and I own everything and I'm doing it, I say it. But when I say it and hand it in, everyone does something else. For marketing reasons, for whatever reasons, I understand, I get it. But the problem is this. Me and my manager, we have been battling for 10 years. Now, I don't hate him, but I'm not going to battle with him for another 10. So what I have learned is this. It's easier for me to go back to what I just told you, the DJing, the MCing. Like, I need to go back to the start in my head. I'm not trying to recreate nostalgia. I'm just doing what I want to do. No one can tell me you have to go studio and make a song. I can go and do a set with DJs and MCs and spit. And I could sell it, I could put it on my YouTube and you get me? I'm allowed. I'm part of a scene, you know what I mean? So that's what I want to do. I don't want to, me and my manager, I want him to do what he's got to do. I've got to go and do what I've got to do, because back to the village means the way that the village was, mate.
Back to where you come from.
Yeah, it does. It means you on one road, you sell fish, I'm next door. I'm selling groceries. Genius is next door. He's selling pharmacy stuff. Thingy's next door. He's selling, and that's what we are. That's what Grime had. We was already a friggin' household, you know, we was already a unit, mate. But when you sign record deals, it takes your DIY away, and then next thing you know, you're moaning. So that's why, no disrespect to the labels. We did it, it's done. God bless you, but I need to go and do this, you know what I mean?
Like you're saying, you signing those deals helped you. It gave you the knowledge that maybe you wouldn't have.
Yeah, it did, about the music industry, but it also just made me realise when I went at the beginning and started to wanting to do deals, a couple jungle man tried to warn me, and I didn't listen. Yes, they did. They tried to tell me what it really was like.
With XL.
Yeah, they did. They told me what it was really like, and I didn't really listen, and now here we are at the other.
How did that? So what happened? What did Cage take you to get that deal? What happened? Or did they say?
No. Cage is a good. He felt like because I brought Dizzy to him, so he felt like cool. Obviously, you brought Dizzy to me. So the least I could do is get you a deal. You know what I mean? Because remember, Cage got Dizzy, and he knew he was cutting out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Dizzy was the star. Dizzy was the first star of Grime. Cage was not going to stick about with 11 Roll Deep members and messing about after we've gone to Iron Apple. He's told me not to take him. I've took him.
Told you not to take him.
He's told me not to take him because he knew that he was young and fiery. You know, he was young, innit? I've took him anyway. We've gone. Now this is all on my conscience. I feel bad as hell. Rah, rah, rah. So, Dizzy was the first star. And he's probably the biggest star we've had or will have. If you check, you know, in the end, the impact of it, Boy in the Corner. He was our
first kid that was the guy.
He was. He was a pioneer for sure. But he was like, Grime was a genre, but then he became like a rap star for us. Not just rap, but you know what I mean? Like a star, record deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, album 1, 2, 3, winning awards. Then he done the other album where he done Dance With Me, Calvin Harris. He sold all of that himself. So he made all that money. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's our guy, bruv. But the truth is, me and him, I wish we could have stayed together, but that wasn't our path anyway.
Yeah,
it wasn't. My path, my path was definitely this. Like, I had to do all of this to be a Godfather. He did this, what he had to do to be Boy in the Corner. You know, Kano will do what he's got to do. You know what I mean?
What was it like rolling with Dizzy and you two doing your sets and going sidewinder? Were them days like, do you miss it?
Brother, that's why I said I'm going back to them. Not because I want to relive them, but this time round, I'll be driving or my mate be driving, I'll be going along, and it'll be Jams and 10 Dixon and someone else, and they've got a booking, and we're all on tour, and we've all got to go and do this and that, and that's what I'm on. I'm on okay, I've Wiley, I've done all this, I've learned all this. Now, how can I implement all this into making sure that I can sell Jams or 10 Dixon project or a Cadell project? You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's you know what it is? No one wants to do this and admit this to themselves, but one day you have to not want to be yourself so much.
What do you mean?
Because that's the only way you'll help others, really. Like, yeah, like, the only, like, the Wileys, the Lethals, the older lot, the only way we're going to actually become businessmen with that new generation is actually sitting down and doing it for real, you know, like office styley or in-house, office, in-home, whatever, you know what I mean?
Well, so sometimes it's not about Wiley anymore. Like,
it's not, because that's greedy. Because I've had 20 years successfully as well. I could have carried on another 5 if I wanted to, you know, like, in terms of, especially if I just wanted to have chart hits, could have carried on for 3 more years easily, but that's not what I want to do. The chart is a business, whatever the company's called, like BPI or whatever it's called. It's a company. It's set up to fucking clock numbers that are being, and that's what makes me upset, because if we was grime, we had our own thing, we're selling units. When the Jungle Man was trying to warn me, that's the point that really we could have set up our own BPI company.
So what did they say to you, if you remember? What exactly did they say to you about these labels like our rich?
No, the Jungle Man just said they knew, listen, look at you. You are going, you are do your thing. You know, like Drake comes along. He's doing his thing. I'm not saying I was Drake. The whole scene was grime, and that's Drake. Drake comes along, busting up the place, everyone's loving him. So if you come through and your come up is immense, like Stormzy, Drake, you don't even have to knock doors. They're already open to you.
Yeah.
So, and people already love you, whether you love them or not. So there's people in buildings who will do all sorts of shit for you, just as fans. So that's what I'm saying. Like, from that point of view, you know, like, the doors will be open for certain men. Dizzy opened doors, mate, for all of us. We can't say he didn't. The only thing is, he says things like, obviously this is not to start nothing, but he says like, Wiley never started grime. Like, as if I go around saying I started grime.
That's why I asked you.
And that's what upsets me.
You didn't say you started it anyway.
No, but that upsets me. You know why? Because if we want to get shirty, and I came from garage, I would have been doing, if we want to get shirty, and I came from garage, and they was calling the music we was making grimy garage, it would mean I came before him.
Yeah, because what about like tunes like, I don't know, Split It Down the Middle?
Exactly.
You know,
but this is the thing though. You know what I will admit? I am the garage element in a yin and yang situation, and he is the hip hop rap Dirty South element in a yin and yang situation. And that's my truth. I don't know if anyone wants to believe it, but that's just how I feel, and I could be wrong.
You should maybe leave it. What you just said there is everything that anyone needed to hear. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because he's saying to Yizzy, nah, man, and he's just trying to white that. And I like Yizzy and Dizzy, but deal, man. The thing is, Dizzy, I'm not taking no credit away from you. Can you give me a little bit of, like, okay, he was there. Like, don't just delete me like how they chopped the noses off the Sphinx in Egypt. Because I keep seeing people, our own people, prepared to chop the noses off of what the history was.
So do you think that's what they're trying to do with you? Like, all of a sudden,
yeah, they are, man.
There. It comes from Light FM. It comes from. Is that what?
Yeah, listen, the Europeans who did that type of stuff, chopped off the noses off the thing off in Egypt, they're not the only ones, mate. We've got our own black people trying to do it in different ways as well. It's weird shit. But again, everyone just be okay, man. You don't need to change history. It's there anyway, and there's so many different versions of it. People will work out what one they want to take on anyway.
So there's no point even debating about what the first grime tree was, who was the first grime MC. There's no point.
No, because you know why? MC Neutrino is going to have to hold that heavyweight title belt, and then everyone's going to have to shut up because they're not Neutrino. So, so if you tell the truth will be told. If you try and, you know what I mean? Neutrino is the first person, mate. Let's be truthful. And then you can say so they can say Heartless was on the radio.
They was on the radio.
Saying what you want.
Oxide and Neutrino. And
Oxide, Neutrino. Oxide can say.
Who made Dilemma?
Them. One of them So Solid. I don't understand the man. I don't know.
It was someone.
But Dilemma. Listen, people who was making tunes that was based.
I'll tell you what was grimy, that tune that you and Slimzy, that flat beat tune. What was it by Oris J?
There you go. There's people who made them tunes, and they could say they're the first grime producers because there was garage vocals, this and that, lovely garage and sick, and then there was instrumental garage, and then there was tunes that DJs used to play to try and fit in with garage. Like DJ Slimzy used to play some beat called Something Souls by Narrows.
Narrows, yeah.
Okay, so we've got to be honest. And if we really want to be honest, DJ Slimzy is the first grime DJ ever. And the reason why I say that is because DJ Slimzy, Paco, and Plague.
Right, Paco and Plague.
SPP show.
Right.
We got to be honest, mate. And then Major Ace joined them, and then whatever. If you want to be really stupid, DJ Slimzy is the bridge. If you want to be silly, because if y'all go to his collection and I say, where's all that music he was playing in SPP? That's before Wookie, mate.
Right.
So where's them producers? You know, we're going to be silly, mate. There's too many layers.
It's too deep to even. We could be talking about this all day.
Exactly.
The bottom line is you can't try and take people out of the history of it. You can't say, I don't know, Bill didn't do this. You
can't. You got to leave them all in it, and that's why I can't say nothing. And that's why I'll just be remembered for what I've done. Eskimo, this and that. Thingy will be remembered for making Frontline. Some Terror Danger will be remembered for making Sadie and Kano So Sure. There's no way out of it, mate. You've done what you've done. Yeah, you're going to be remembered for it. And that's it, mate. That's it.
Bill, listen, we're going to do another one soon, man.
We should, when the distancing's correct, because it is now. If we keep 4 meters, 2 meters distance, we could do one in the same place. Like
we was meant to do stuff anyway with that other show. I don't want to even
Yeah. Set that up and let's do it, mate. Put this up straight away as well. When are you going to put this up?
It'll be Tuesday.
All right, cool.
All right, Godfather 3 out real soon, yeah?
Yes.
Bill, in a bit, yeah?